Ladies and gentlemen, today is your lucky day because you are about to hear a fucking treat. In today's video, you are about to hear an uncensored, unbiased, and non-politically correct opinion about Yu Yu Hakusho getting a Netflix series. And I'm telling you guys, what I'm about to say is not gonna make everybody happy. So without wasting any more time, let's get straight into this video, and let me first tell you that I love Yu Yu Hakusho. Like, legitimately love it. If you were to say I love Dragon Ball on a scale of 0 to 100 as a 100, I'd say my love for Yu Yu Hakusho is like a 98. It's that much love that I have for this franchise, and I'm not gonna edit a word I'm saying in this video. I'm gonna keep everything in it, because I love it so much. And there are 3 series that I have seen in my life. Dragon Ball Evolution, another one called Death Note, and also Avatar: The Last Airbender. 3 series that I also really love from franchises that are really dear to me. And when I saw the live-action versions of those 3 shows, I was brutally disappointed in how horrible they were. And so they were so bad, I mean, I can make total separate videos just tearing it apart. And because of those horrible experiences that I have had dealing with horrible live-action adaptations of shows that I really fucking care about, part of me was very disgusted when I heard that Yu Yu Hakusho is getting a live adaptation. But when you think about it theoretically, this is brilliant. Practically, if well executed, Yu Yu Hakusho has a show that could really be well put together if it has the right actors, if it has a good cast, everything. If it is proper, they don't have to do anything right because the show itself is fantastic. The Bible of what you need to follow for Yu Yu Hakusho is already complete. It's already a fantastic series, so if the execution is good, you don't have to do anything. But the execution, especially in a show, and an animated show that has so many special effects, that is gonna need actors that are really talented, there's a lot of things that can go wrong. And to be completely honest with you guys, I am not excited to see this. Now, this was a conversation I had with several friends on Discord several weeks ago, which is why I think the timing of this video is crazy, because weeks ago, I was having a conversation with my friends that I think Yu Yu Hakusho needs a reboot. I don't think it needs to have an extended story like, oh, let's see what happens 2 or 3 years later after the Three Kings tournament and all that stuff. No. I'm saying that it just needs to be rebooted like Hunter x Hunter. I feel like that would be fantastic. Ironically, they're created by the same guy, but I feel like for this newer generation of anime fans that are younger right now, they're growing up without knowing Yu Yu Hakusho, and obviously they can always go back and watch it, but I feel like a newer, refreshed Yu Yu Hakusho that tells the exact same story, that hopefully you could find most of the same voice actors, would be a fantastic rebirth into the anime community. That's what I thought should happen. And seeing it live action, I'm of course gonna watch it. And I was talking to Mozilla Volpix about this on Discord. I will actually post a picture so that you can see our conversation, because we were talking in a private server about this, and neither of us were happy about this, because we understand that usually when live action series are created, it's usually pretty fucking bad. So the truth of the matter is this, guys. Can it be done? Yeah. It can be done. Now that we got the negatives out of the way, let's talk about the positives. The truth is that Yu Yu Hakusho is perfect for a live action series when you think about the construction of the story. But a lot of questions are now going to come into place of, well, how far is this going to go? Yu Yu Hakusho is 112 episodes. So, you gotta factor in, you gotta focus on 4 major arcs. You have to go through the beasts, you have to go through the Dark Tournament, you have to go through the Chapter Black arc, and then you have to end up with the Three Kings arc. That is a lot of story to tell. So, the question is, how far is this series gonna go? Because if it's gonna try to match the anime, this thing is gonna go on for many, many, many years. And they better do a really good job early, because if it flops, the good news is that if it sucks, it's probably gonna get cancelled early. If it's good enough, then it's gonna last a really long time, because this show is not gonna be finished anytime soon. I mean, we're talking about a really big series, and the question also is how much will be adapted from the manga versus the anime. There's so many different things to go into this, guys, and to be completely honest with you, at the end of the day, I'm very mixed on this. I'm excited for it in the sense that something new is happening with Yu Yu Hakusho, because to be completely honest with you, if you're a Yu Yu Hakusho fan, and yes, we do exist, Yu Yu Hakusho fans do exist in large numbers, we're just very quiet because we have nothing to fucking talk about. The thing is that other than, you know, Two Shots and that other special that I'm forgetting the name off the top of my head, I have them, I've watched both of them, there's actually an English adaptation that's coming out. And by the way, guys, you can tell that this is not edited, because if it was edited, I would have remembered the other one, because I would have Googled it as I was saying it, but I'm giving it to you exactly as raw as I'm hearing it right now. Those two manga chapters were adapted into animated form a few years ago, and considering the fact that it was very successful, the animation looked fantastic, everything was well, I just felt that Yu Yu Hakusho, all the stars aligned for it to have a perfect rebirth into the series. And coming back in live action form, it just feels like a lot of things can go wrong, guys. You know, it's just so many things. Especially the special effects. Like, it's just, there's just certain things you can just do with animation that, unless you have a really, really nice budget, which we still need to find out more information for, like, what the hell are the special effects gonna look like for Yu Yu Hakusho? I mean, let's, like, be honest with ourselves here, guys. Like, what the hell are the special effects gonna look like? You know, when you have very weird, demonic-looking characters, you're gonna have a really silly-looking Hiei with all those eyes on his body. You know, when Kurama transforms, what will his demon form look like? What will Yusuke's demon form look like? How will Kuwabara's spirit sword look? You know, how will Togoro's big tree muscular form gonna look? How is Genkai gonna look old but then also look young as hell at the same time? Like, are you guys following all of the weird looking things that can happen here? This just screams to me that there's gonna be some nitpicky Yu Yu Hakusho fan out there that's gonna say the Yu Yu Hakusho series was perfect the way it is, and this live action series is gonna just, it's just gonna create a new version of it that's inferior to what the original was, and it's gonna piss people off. And that, my friends, is why I am not excited for this Yu Yu Hakusho TV series. It's not to say that I don't think it will do a good job, because I'm telling you guys, I want this to succeed. It's just the... oh, man, there's just so many factors, guys. You don't have to worry about acting talent when you're voice acting. I mean, yeah, the voice has to be really good. You know, the voice acting has to be good, but the character movements and the emotions and the expressions, all of those things have to be taken into account when you're dealing with real people. And what is the afterlife gonna look like? How is Enma Dayao gonna look? You know? There's just so many things that... man, like Yusuke dying, getting hit by a car. How will that look? What about Yusuke coming back to life the next time and being resurrected by his demonic ancestral father? How is that gonna look? You know, how are they gonna deal with the particular relationship that Sensui had with that individual that I'm trying to be a little politically correct about? How are they gonna deal with that? There's a lot of things, guys. And at the end of the day, I just gotta tell you, I'm excited as fucking hell for this to come out, but I am worried as fuck that there are going to be flaws with this. And as a long-term Yu Yu Hakusho fan that has been a fan of this series since it aired on Toonami, I'll be honest, I am way more on the worried side than the excited side, because I just feel like there are just way too many pitfalls for this to go into a negative direction. But ultimately, guys, that is just my uncensored, unbiased, non-politically correct opinion. In the comment section below, you say how you feel about this, and enjoy this video because you're not going to get that many non-politically correct videos like this from me often. So I hope you enjoyed the show, and I hope you enjoy Yu Yu Hakusho. You have my permission to cringe in peace.